Gentlemen, I joined the struggle. I've joined the challenge. I was challenged by I think a couple of people, Bankamane and sure, but yeah, I joined the struggle from I think from day one, from 1994 July. I was at the Fajara barracks, and then I was at the police complaint and discipline then station officer. I live in Fajara barracks. I was an armory. You know, I witnessed firsthand July 20th, 1994 mutiny. Yahya Jammeh and his conspirators broke into the barracks. They got arms and then subsequently overthrew the legally elected government of Sadaud Jawara, even though they probably overstayed in power. But yeah, they were legally elected. Soldiers had no right into politics, so I joined the struggle day from that day. Unfortunately, I didn't have arms and men to stop them, but my conviction to stay and fight in the struggle got stronger. And when I witnessed 1994 extrajudicial killings of my comrades, my friends. And the jailing of some of them, and afterwards the arrest of demonstrators. I was at and the law schools at the law classes at GTTI. And one of my classmates there was the dad was beaten by the I think the soldiers at Fajara barracks. And then, Sana Sabali got arrested and trump-up charges were brought against him. I was yanked off from that prosecution. And then the co-conspirators for the mutiny, they turned courts. They became civilians in politics. And then I knew this was going to be serious. Before then, I was at the police headquarters, complaint and discipline station officer, and then I was brought to the military police after the coup, and then I sat on Yahya's desk, incidentally, a few months afterwards, and then broke into, we opened the drawer by force, and then I read his documents, because he was at the military police commander before me. So we, opened the drawer, and then I saw what was written, and I knew this was going to be a very long drawn struggle because of what was written there. I think he had a speech that he was going to read. And because the soldiers at this place failed to arrest him, he couldn't come back to pick them up. But they had nailed them. So I knew that it was going to, he was talking about revolutions. He was talking about, like Marxism and all that, or left wing, serious left wing stuff. I knew it was going to be a long drawn struggle. And then when he turned court to be a civilian, I was discouraged, but I couldn't do anything. So I stayed around to serve my country and make sure that as much as possible, try to maintain discipline in the armed forces, curb indiscipline, make sure that injustice doesn't happen, at least not in the army, against soldiers or soldiers against civilians, as the military police commander eventually. Then there's the killings of Almamo and the shootings of Sane happened when I was in East Timor on peacekeeping missions. I came back, and then I realized that, and the students' demonstration too, they were killed. And I was called, and someone, my people told me, listen, today is the day you should resign, because, it's over. There's no way. There's no way you can. There's no reason why you should stay. And then I came back. I was forced into, into the university, and then I took holidays to come to UK. To visit my family, my first cousins live there. Half British, half Gambian. So, and then I was declared absent without leave. I couldn't go back. I took those papers to. Before then, I had joined Gambia L in when I was in Australia, 1994. I mean, 2000. So I was writing, and then in my real name, I must have seen those writings because eventually, when I came back home, I knew I was openly being monitored. Yeah, I remember, yes, even sent one of his guys, Solomon, one of his cousins, Solomon Jamme, to my, because he was in Turkey, and when he came into Barak, people were ostracizing him. I took him under my wings, and then I mentored him, and told him to be strong and brave. Because his cousin Panderimbai was Pa Hari Jamme was one of my best friends before the coup. We happened to be studied at Store Law at GDTI since 1993. Yeah, and he used to come to mine when I was at the university, and then I will take him to my house in Fajara, and he will ask me funny questions, and then he will subsequently go on the phone and talk to I understand a little bit Jola. My friends were my best friends in school were Jolas. He didn't realize that so I knew I had to be very, very careful, and then I moved away from that place to a place where nobody knew. Almost no officer knew where I live, because I was at university, and there was no need for anybody to know where I live. And then when I was on absent without leave in UK, I had my I had asylum, and then the claim was accepted almost immediately on appeal, because as the judge said, I was a classical refugee. I didn't do anything. I was on study leave, they declared me absent without leave, and I had 4 years study leave. Then the sacking of they sacked some of my mates when I was there. People like Captain Babukad Keta. I think even what's his name again? I don't hear about him anymore. The captain, the Hamid Kodas, what's his name again? But the book captain. And then eventually they jailed Lalo Jaite and Omar Dabo. So I had to write. I had to intensify my study. Nobody understood what was happening, so I had to write. And then I think those people they got the news that I was one of the people who were actually defending their rights, and they're forever grateful for that. And then 2005 came. Many of the military officers were killed. And then the political parties are being forced into a situation whereby they had to form a coalition or anything. So because of and then the Nigerians, the Ghanaian 44 or the West African 50 people were killed. All those things culminated into my motivation to join and stay in the struggle, whatever it takes. And we had to stop. We have to stop. Jammeh, whatever happens, by hook or by crook, by legal means if necessary, if available, and then take him to court, enforce our rights, and then go, make sure we support our political parties until when he pushes on us on the wall, whereby we will never be able to enforce our rights in the courts or anywhere else. Then we can take up arms. But until then, we'll employ all legal means to ensure that we mount a successful campaign against his tyranny, his dictatorship, and tell the world how he is like. And then let our electorates decide. Hopefully, so that's the reason why I joined the campaign, and the struggle. I will nominate first of all Nene Bojang, my wife, my darling wife, and then what's his name again? George Shar, Yusufa Joe. Mr. Joe, and Landing Nyasi, Ndei Jobate, Maimuna C, all those Seku Samate, I mean, all those. I think, yeah, all those people who are live here now in Norway, who one way or the other support us in our demonstrations that we organize. So 10 minutes. Thank you very much. Bye bye.